Yo, what's the Latin bass ass and what's up, what's happening? And we are back at it again, homies. We are just kind of cruising. We are gonna work these banks. We see bait being pushed. This is the Rodcast, the home of the BBL. Let's see if we can get ourselves a BBL out of here. There's a gentleman fishing right there. We will go around him. My bad. What up, shit? What's happening? Will, what's happening? Jay, what up, dog? Tim, what's happening? Oh yeah, shit. We had to come out here early, bro, because yesterday we got pretty close to us not being able to fish because of, or to continue the streak because of that storm that came through in the afternoon. So we said, you know what? Let's just put in work early and then we ain't got to worry about any storms, hopefully. Now, I don't know the depth here. We're throwing that fall fry spinnerbait right now. We saw a bait pushing up on the bank when we were putting in. Yo, what up, Steve? Where is Silver? Silver is still at the vet, bro. She's got a, what we believe to be a trim switch problem. So, she's being looked at. When will we get her back? Nobody knows. So, we have to come out here on Hobie Juan. We are not on Lake Guntersville. We are on a smaller body of water. Dead rabbit talking about it's gonna be hot. We're going to try and catch him and get off real quick, bro. We're looking to get off at about 11-ish. And if we are lucky, we get off at 11-ish and then somehow we get a phone call from Freedom that says, yo, Silver's ready to roll. And then we say, ah, yeah. And we get ready for Friday. But yes, ladies and gentle-vatos, this is 30 times 4 plus. I kind of feel like it's double-digit number of days, teens number of days of consecutive fishing. Let's see if we can make that consecutive non-zeros as well. Jay's going fishing. That's what's up, dog. Get out there, fish around, find out. We did show up a little late. That was fog. We didn't have a fog delay, but The fog made me slow down as it was harder to see while I was driving. Safety first. Safety first. Seems like this body of water has lost some water. What up, Krill? In a little bit, I will be taking off my hooded sweatshirt. How do you like that, Krill? Right on the first try. Watch that, little bro. I probably was studying for that one. I was practicing. I was like, okay, what is it? A sweatshirt? No. What does Krill call it? He calls it a sweater. No, he doesn't call it a sweater. He calls it a hooded sweatshirt, but actually calls it a hoodie. But I couldn't call it a hoodie. That was too lax for me, bro. I had to call it a hooded sweatshirt. We're more formal here on the Rodcast. You know. So here's the thing, Steve. There's a couple things that have changed. So I had to retie because the fish that we caught at the end of the day yesterday caused some problems. And because of that, I had to retie. It basically made a whole bunch of abrasions on my line. But there was one other thing that changed. When I flipped that fish into the kayak, I would not suggest that you guys do that because it did bend out the spinnerbait a little bit. So then I bent it back, and since it was dark, I couldn't see how he was spinning after that. But it seems like right now I can burn him and he pretty much goes straight. So I don't know if that was my knot that was a problem, or if it was me bending him back that fixed this rollover issue. But right now, I'm basically running him at a decent clip, and the dude he's just fine. I mean, his skirt's even. Well, I hit the camera, so that's cool. Might have to do a retie right now. All right. Got a little bird's nest. So, potentially user error, bro. As you can see. User has some error every now and then. So those guys want to race. Hobie Juan will race for pinks, bro. Fred, what's happening? So, Steve, I was given the 3 and 4 blade options. I'll be a lot more careful when I cast. I got too excited. Casted and hit the camera. What up, Fred? What's happening? Oh no, moderator. This is a first-person fishing game. So I'm just out here fishing and they're essentially controlling me. So they were the ones who did that incorrectly. I only do what they have me do. Seeing things. I do believe I saw a rabbit. Now I know I saw these fish pushing up bait. Where they all went, I don't know. There's a particular spot that I want to. I mean, this body of water doesn't have a lot of features that I know of, but there is a feature that has a point and then a little saddle and then another point. I'm gonna go to that. It's kind of a cruise, but that would mean that I would have to leave all this behind. Now I'm gonna see if I can get this fish finder too. I never tracked down the problem. Fred, this is a way smaller body of water, dude. This is like tiny. I mean, if I really wanted to push it with my Chevrolet legs, I could probably cruise the entire thing. Of course, not really looking to cruise the entire thing, but if we got to, then we got to. But let's check what's going down with this fish finder. Let's see if it wants to cooperate today. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with the fish finder. I believe it to be something wrong with the connection between the battery and here. And there it goes. Fish finder is good to go. So, you know, just something stupid. Stupid and unknown, but still stupid. I do have a little buzz toad, a rage toad in here. I might tie him on later on. We are in 3 feet of water, 4 feet. Ah, yes, Fred. The streak is still holding on. I'm not gonna say strong, but holding on, Fred. It's getting more and more, with the obstacles that are put in front of us, it is getting more and more dangerous by the day. So there's a little point that comes out here. This water is dropping for sure. Let's see what we got in our arsenal. 3 feet. I also have a top water. Where is it? Okay. Currently it has a frog on it, which I don't think is gonna do me any good here, but I could be wrong. I'm not a guy who fishes this place a lot. That's a huge frog. I'm gonna see if I can work a topwater bait here in a kayak, bros. Because I am more of a standing fisherman. We make no excuses. We just handle business the way it's presented to us. But if we're talking about preferred methods, I'm more of a standing fisherman. I am throwing, and you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I am throwing a mega bass top water. What? Mega bass top water? Yes. Mega bass top water. Do I know the name of it? No. I just know that it's a mega bass top water because when they said this bait costs this much, I was like, what the f? And then I just kind of left it at that. I left the syllables unsaid, but everybody knows what that means. This is a mega bass. I don't know, this is something max. Yaquito Max, maybe. I have no idea what's there. But now we have a top water, guys. We've floated off a little bit. We are in 8 feet. It is a popper type bait. Yo, what up, Colin? 3 feet is equal to 1 meter. If that is the math, then that is the math. Fred is here for the international viewers who do not speak, well, I guess American, because Americans seem to be the only ones that use the empirical, I believe. Probably sounds fancier. All right, we are in 6 feet of water. All right, guys, my bait looks like this. It's got a cupped mouth. I mean, I don't see any indications that these guys are going to be hitting anything topwater. I do also have a gunfish with me. It's a little skinny Lucky Craft. But let's first cruise a little bit. Try and locate some kind of something that looks... I mean, this is all just barren wasteland right here. So we're going to cruise around. There's a little point with some trees over there that I feel like that has an opportunity. Did something just push bait up right here? Looks like I see some fish off to my left. Oh, now we're trying to do exact math. Close enough 1 meter was close enough. All right, let's keep cruising. We got to see what's available to us. I was laughing at Shed's statement right there. All right, so sometimes you don't need a fish finder and you just go find those that fish for a living. And I don't mean go and look for people's fishing spots. I'm talking about look for these birds' fishing spots. They might tell us where we need to throw. We're throwing into these little stick-ups. I have no idea what they are. And we're trying to stick them up. So, I mean, technically, we can fish as long as it takes, but do we want to take all day, Fred? No. We do not want to take all day to catch one fish. That is not the game plan. We don't like to have drama. All right, so right now he's going sideways. That looks okay. Oops. I don't know if I have another trailer. I don't think I brought another trailer. All right, let's go searching. I don't see any signs of life. I see 1 or 2 stick-ups, but I mean, I can see the wood. Two feet. Oh, Fred talking about a chartreuse paddletail. Well, Fred, our options are very limited as we did not pack very much. Most of our tackle is, wow, the Tackle Tavern has a billion options, but most of our tackle that we utilize is in silver right now, so don't mind me, birdie. You can stay right there, dog. I ain't gonna mess with you. Dog, you could chill right there, bro. Do I see any signs of life? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Let's take this little shaky head and throw it while we're cruising. Six feet. There are like one or two scattered limbs, but I'm talking about scattered. I feel some rocks right here. I didn't see any fish showing up on my fish finder. Right now I see a little bit of potential bait. We are in 11 feet. Colin, I believe this to be a man-made lake. These might be albino heron, bro, because these were white birds. Based off of the speed of light in a vacuum. All right, that's it, guys. We're shutting down the Rodcast. Steve is trying to blow up our brains, and I don't like it. Steve, my mind hurts. If I had caught a fish, it wouldn't hurt that much, but now you're trying to make my mind hurt, Steve. We're in 12 feet, so at least the bank gets a little bit steeper. So there's that. We might be able to cruise the bank if there's not a lot of overhang and throw top water or something along those lines and work the bank. David, eating a man's breakfast right there at 5:30 a.m. Washalo, bro, Doritos. Though, for the record, I do not partake in those anymore, but that's back in the day, bro. I would not pass up a Doritos breakfast. I'd be like, whatever, dog. Hook me up. Seven feet. There's definitely some hard bottom right here. 5 feet. They may be egrets. Steve's about to make me learn stuff, and I might have to regrets this this day of fishing. Just kidding, Steve. I don't really care. I'm just a little focused on trying to get a fish. Then once I get a fish, then anyways, as this is a different body of water, we're gonna try and figure it out on the go. We are in 3 feet of water right now. Can a guy throw a top water? Let's find out. It's not gonna be right at the bank, but it will be close to it.